Come closer, weary traveller. Step up to the bar. Let me tell you stories that I hear from your colleagues that just randomly turn up to this same bar.
I'm not in the bar, though. I went to the launch pad.
In which case, get out my launch pad.
I've had that icon for the bar. It's not just your average beer. It's like a stein.
Yeah, it's a hell of a pint.
It's like it's more than a pint there.
We're doing more freelancing.
And this time you might even be able to see it more because we've, of course, in the second episode, made it work better.
Yeah, it's classic Happy Salad style. We fix the problems in the second episode.
I love how last time we were just like, it's dark. Well, space is dark.
Well, I mean, it's true.
A bit me did think it's like it was just like hella realistic lighting, because there only really were like visible bits where light sources were.
Yeah, I mean,
there wasn't really ambient light going on.
And also,
but that's not how I remembered it, in fairness.
I should mention, between episodes, I did some grinding, so now I'm fully equipped with a nice selection of guns and like improved countermeasures and a better thruster engine, and I didn't get better shields. So
you've got a bad aerial turret.
Yep.
A bad-aerial.
And I've also grinded for a bunch of cash, so hopefully we should just be able to go story mission to story mission without having to do any crap in between.
Nice.
Can you do that football single, David Badarial?
Yeah. Badarial and Skinner. Imagine, you wouldn't want this in HDR. You'd be blinded by that engine.
He's like, oh my god!
Yes, the engine on certain ships is a bit like you don't really see the ship; you just see a giant glow at the bottom of the screen.
Huge glow.
Been interesting. I mean, it's a great test for a telly. In fairness,
yeah,
like just this white bloom, and then against the blackness of space.
It's weird. The engine, it's not like a nozzle; it's just a grate with.
With just some holes. I mean, the engine's probably behind the grate, right?
Sort of projects.
Dramatic walking.
Just listen. We're
Stay
still. I had to kill a man.
Just got a gun right out.
What's one more? Why are you still here?
Where did he come from? It's just like there's a little divot there in that building.
Zone 21? Yeah, the Order. No! It's not just them, it's Liberty. The artifacts. They're after something. Look, let's just talk about this. No more talking. I know what I'm doing now. I have a plan. I wanted to warn you. I felt I owed it to you. Don't try and follow me, Trent. Get out of Liberty while you still can. What the?
Why is he threatening us?
Did he escape from medical again?
No, that was last. He's escaped from the cops this time.
Yeah, this time.
Interesting.
Medical cops.
Because he got totally.
I like how he disappears behind the back of that pyramid, and then because of the widescreen, we can see him running off the other side of the pyramid.
You can actually see him running off in the original version as well.
Oh, okay.
I better get going.
Wait, Mustachio Man is back.
Yes, another sequence where you get to see that bartender just for a moment.
What kind of bow tie is that he's got?
Didn't we talk about his bow tie last time?
California Miner. Okay. Well, I've got to fly somewhere now.
I assume neither of those people really told us anything interesting, because I didn't hear any of it.
He's just paranoid, that guy. Or maybe someone really is out to get him.
Information we hoped for. Meet me on California Miner as soon as you can.
So you mentioned the Order. Did we have any idea what the Order was?
Not yet. I mean, he's like, the Order blew up the Germans, of course, and that's about what we know.
Yeah, we saw that happen.
Okay. Are they trying to incite an American-German war?
It's very like. Do you think it was literally intentional that the four races were the Germans, Japanese, Americans, and English?
I'm sure.
I mean, when you say it like that.
Is there any history of wars between the colonies in the law, like before this point?
I don't know, actually. I don't remember reading any specific like pre-game lore that you find at any point. I mean, it's not like I've read every bit of text in this game, because goddamn, there's a lot of it. Like, every one of these little stations where you could go and talk to a dude, and they've got rumours that are, like, totally not necessary in any way to the actual plot. Well, I mean, I suppose some of them are kind of plot-related, but not necessary for the plot. There's so much lore. In fact, if you go into... Oh, goddammit. If you go get trade lane disrupted by some shitty rogues... If you go into your personal like log that's basically like the story recap, essentially.
Right, yeah.
There's like several entries in there from before the start of the game, like your previous how you got here. And you'd never know unless you actually went and read that.
Oh,
Well,
right,
like
your prior
Trent's
history.
diary, you mean?
Yeah, like actual what Trent was doing when he was trying to make his deal on Freeport, whatever.
What Trent was doing when he lost his other names.
Oh yeah, I remember. He does actually have another name. I forgot what it was in the first episode. It's Edison.
Edison?
Yes,
What,
Edison.
Trent Edison or Edison Trent? Okay.
Oh god damn these guys.
It's not cool to be named after Edison these days. It's be named after Tesla.
Just be called Edison Tesla. Go get
Yeah.
both names.
AC and DC.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
AC/DC
we've
Denton.
proven, yeah, as I was about to say, we've proven you should be called AC/DC Denton. AC/DC JC Denton. CQC. PSE. ONS.
Can I actually get to my... Where is that? It's here.
California.
Like, if you scroll way down here, it's like, I finally decided to leave Pretonia and try my luck in the border worlds.
California.
So wait, so we're Bretonian?
Yeah.
Well, the
okay.
Britons.
Edison is actually
British,
English.
Yeah, because he sounds it.
Yeah, he doesn't at all, though.
No.
Like, what? It's a Breton.
Actually, I guess he might not actually be English. He might just have lived
He's just-
in
Right.
Bretonia for his whole life or whatever.
Yeah.
Or
most
at least a
of it, yeah.
significant portion of his life. But that neural net log does sort of kind of imply it's like, I have to leave home and go and make my fortune in the border worlds or whatever.
Hmm. I wonder how long he was here before he nearly got blown up.
Not long, judging by the logs. It's like he spends a few months flying around the borderlands nearly getting shot.
So I guess there's no explicable reason why he's good at his job or good at freelancing.
I'm being followed. Other survivors from
What?
Freeport have disappeared. Please meet me on Los Angeles.
Who's this guy? It's not going to matter
So
because
it's
he's
not
going to be dead in a minute.
Guaranteed.
So it's not our crazy med cop guy. Oh yeah, here comes some suspicious looking ships.
Someone else from Freeport.
Navy ships.
All units, fire missiles.
Are we going back to the jump? Looks like these are dangerously close to me, lads.
Yeah, lucky they have some kind of proper lock and not like heat seeking or whatever. What sort
What
of
did they
ships
say
are
there?
those?
Did they just say like?
Oh, they're
is that a
classed as
lesson for you
Navy.
not complying, or were they all like?
No, they're like, this is a secret government mission or whatever.
You ain't seen
Don't
me,
worry
right?
about it.
You ain't seen me.
He was coming right for us.
You ain't seen me.
Oui.
Oui. California system.
Yes.
California love.
Oh god, this junction is always full of enemies.
It's not very
So
bright
just-
and sunny for a California system, is it? It's like,
I don't know, the sun is a bit more
pretty big
bright than
star.
the New York
Yeah.
system.
I just
mean,
think
it's
it's a bit sort of cool.
Is there any East Coast, West Coast beef?
Yeah. California versus what system? New York system, is it?
New
Yeah.
York, yeah. I mean, there might be some beef if we were to that's my guess on that civilian transport being destroyed. It's like the West Coast police are like, nah, dog.
They weren't happy with Biggie coming over. Oh no, it's the other way. Sorry, I'm doing it wrong. No, that is right. No.
Yeah, that is right.
Who else is East Coast? I know a lot more West Coast people. Fucking Puff Daddy.
Yeah. Weren't like the majority of the progenitors of hip hop?
Oh yeah. But they
East
weren't
Coast,
involved in the beef,
technically.
were they?
No, they weren't involved with the beef. What about Jay-Z? Where's Jay-Z from?
Oh yeah, he's from New York. He's from Bed-Stuy, right?
Oh, of course, because he did that whole song.
Yeah.
You know. New York.
The song with the name of the place in it.
New York.
I think I'd have preferred it if it was that, rather than getting the Alicia Keys.
Oh, god damn it.
I just love how Wu-Tang Clan are from Staten Island, which is the most boring.
All these facts provided you by Hip Hop Evolution. It's now available on Netflix.
Yeah, it's quite a good show.
Decent.
It's very helpful where it's just like, Judy can see me coming down the train lane, and then I get distracted.
He's like, why did you let that happen, Judy? It's just feeding the conspiracy theory, that's all.
Yeah, it's clearly.
Junie needs to dispose of us. Oh, I've not been reading the pilot names. Who we got? Robert Nathan.
He's back.
There's nothing wrong with Robert.
Sorry, Chuck. That guy's got two
crap have I
first names.
picked up
So
so far?
he's called Robert Nathan.
Robert, no, yeah,
Well,
Robert
Raphael.
Nathan. Yeah, you can't. Clearly, you can't trust him. Raphael.
And some oxygen. Which you'd think would be quite a more common.
Not
My,
after you've blown them up.
my colleague was failing to pronounce Mojave this week. Mojave?
Calling it
Mojave.
Mojave.
Yeah.
Right, can I finally get to this goddamn mission now? Judy, where the hell are you?
Land and I'll tell you everything you need to know. I'll wait for you in the bar. Junie out. Acknowledged.
Oh,
Just
there's a
land.
fucking queue.
Proceed when it's free.
I think, I don't know, I think the thing I like least about the kind of staticness of the orbit stuff is the docking rings just sitting there. I don't know what else they could do though, but it just doesn't. It just feel very.
Well, yeah.
all the
Why don't the ships just fly to the surface?
time. Yeah. I guess
have
you
a
need
bit,
to interact.
have a bit
right?
of chatter for clearance or something, but then just fly down.
I guess you need something to target. Is that the reason? I don't like the docking rings, basically.
Well,
God, are we in Star
you
Wars
could
now?
just like target the planet and just hit dock, I guess.
This looks really Star Wars suddenly.
Yeah.
I mean, there's pit droids,
Not quite.
tall pit droids.
Sell this crap for crap money. And see if I can attach this level 4 gun. Am I qualified for level 4 guns? Oh, the ship does have 2 level 4 points and a turret. Level 4 as well. What is it? A 3718. Oh, yep, that's better. But presumably it's going to drain my battery even faster than all these guns already do.
Yeah, boy.
Javelins. Oh yeah, this is the place where you can buy the other kind of shields. Which is weird.
Of a kind.
Yeah, because you wouldn't notice, but this one is a graviton shield, and these ones are positron shields. And they have like a specific weakness and resistance to different types of weapon. But there's no real way of knowing that without like looking up what the enemies use, essentially.
Right, because it just says the positrons are for heavy fighters.
Well, no, these are heavy fighter class shields. It's just like this one's better
Oh,
against tachyon
right.
and neutron, but shitter against The other one, I forgot, Graviton, I think is the third class, and my one is better for laser, photon, and pulse, but not the other ones. It's just like, this doesn't help. It's got like 30 more shield capacity and 1 more regeneration rate.
You'd think if your shield was made of positrons, you could just collide any kind of normal matter with your ship and it would explode spectacularly.
Repair complete.
That's quite a defense system. Especially if you can somehow shape the blowback.
You know, if you wanted to see me,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. If you could direct an antimatter explosion outwards.
I'll give you that.
The reason I called you here, Trent, apart from your glittering social commentary,
Trent.
is to have you do a job. Ashcroft finally talked. Are you interested?
Yeah.
Ashcroft.
Escort convoy from Magellan Gate to Research Station Village. Blah de blah de blah.
Escort mission.
Escort and explosions are likely.
Well, I flew all the way out
Yeah.
here, didn't I?
I mean, anytime anything's been escorted in this game so far, it's not survived.
Workings of the artifact
I think we have a 0% survival rating, don't we?
Working alongside in Liberty. We don't know who yet. We think in the Navy, maybe even an officer. My CO has ordered a priority operation to expose this traitor.
No, traitors / moles.
Outsider for this. I thought of you.
Nice. So when do I leave?
When do we leave? We're working together.
Nice. That was almost Marcus Phoenix. That was nice.
Nice.
The actual leader of the Order, previously known only by his codename Aurelian, was shot and killed while trying to escape from Liberty into Rhineland space.
Wait, by Medbay guy?
Liberty officials have
Yeah.
No,
just
they think he's...
real name,
Sam Lonigan.
How did you know that?
I met him on Freeport
They're
City.
pretending he's the leader of the
At
terrorists.
least I thought
Yeah.
he was.
You must have been doing recon before the attack.
It wasn't before, it was during. He almost died. Doesn't make sense. He wasn't smart enough to be a terrorist, let alone lead them. He was trying to tell me something.
Sam Lonigan, also known as Aurelian, leader of the terrorist group The Order, was apprehended today
Yeah,
at the
it
Liberty
seems
border.
dumb to use him as a scapegoat when obviously...
Come on, Trent.
Well, I guess they did. No one notice that Trent was there.
Well,
Is that just how this?
that is basically what's been going on so far. It's like we've had that ambush where the other dude gets blown up and we're sitting right there and no one realizes.
yeah.
It's because we've got the leather jacket of invisibility.
Yeah. We're brown. No one sees
we
brown.
just blend in.
Because everything is grey in this universe. Grey is the generic colour, not brown. What the hell am I doing?
True.
here?
Shouldn't we have a grey jacket then, or just a jumpsuit?
There you are. I'm switching to a secure channel.
Like from the Star Trek the motion picture, they're all in like grey.
Artifact smuggling. We'll take the trade lane to San Diego. You first, Trent. Let's go.
Is it this one? No, it's not that one.
Doesn't like most of Star Trek like portray like the civilians as they always sort of wear the same clothes?
Civilians.
Yeah, I thought
You mean like
had
when they
sort of
actually go
had that-
on Earth or whatever?
Yeah, but then they sort of broke that a bit with Picard, but
It's just like they have.
The LSF took out
It's like it's always like a Star Trek uniform, but like it's the civilian clothes. It's like when you have no rank in Star Trek, you get to wear the shitty civilian uniform.
I mean, you don't see many people that aren't in Starfleet, do you, in Star Trek?
no, I'm just trying to remember because obviously there were some shots of it. Well, okay, the films I guess went off piste as well, but the recent films anyway.
This will lure him out. It's simply too good to pass.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong on that. I just have a weird memory there where they're all sort of wearing uniforms as well, but maybe I'm wrong.
This is Liberty Border
Probably
Station,
the costume department's idea of future
Yeah.
clothes.
We're here on special assignment to escort.
It's kind of like we've perfected clothes now. Why would I wear anything else?
The convoy has already left and is waiting at the Barrera Passage. Hold on, we're uploading a waypoint to your neural net.
The convoy's left. Oh, you know that's
Thank
travel.
you, San Diego.
Look at this weird bit of stars where it's just like a
Oh, yeah, it's
perfectly square
missing.
edge.
Yeah. Oh,
Weird.
oh, I guess it proves that the white dot layer is separate from the rest of it.
Maybe, or it's just a weird text error.
Yeah, it looks like a messed up texture.
I mean, there is like a streak of stars like across the middle of the screen now.
Well, I mean, a line makes more sense, I guess. the plane.
Well, especially given that space is flat, apparently.
Yeah.
Acknowledged. Let's go.
I'm going to use the formation button for the
Yeah.
possibly second ever time.
There must be more escort missions. I mean, it's a space game. Like, half of all missions are escort missions in space.
Yeah, but normally they're not like sit in formation escort missions. They're like immediate fight escort missions.
Yeah, fly around and find the bombers.
I don't know, you got to build that tension, right, and then get jumped.
And yet in this mission, I thought we've like spent longer not getting jumped than it took me to get here.
Well, surprisingly not in common with like Grand Theft Auto, where every single mission is about moving between places and having basically radio play conversations along the way.
Everybody stay alert.
Oh, I love that those two pronounced boy and buoy differently.
Boy. Yeah, then you get that several times where it's just like they read the same thing different. It's not like it happens more often in like the background chatter where obviously it's completely different voice actors and they're not like meant to be talking to each other directly.
Yeah, that's kind of fine. At least it's not like fragile again.
Yeah, boy.
We're at the second.
Yeah, buoy, buoy.
Abandoned supply depot coming up. Keep your eyes open.
Well, that sounds like a perfect place for an ambush, maybe.
You mean this foggy patch?
With a less foggy patch, I guess.
Proximity alert. Scanner
Oh shit.
up something.
I don't think this is very California-y, this space. It seems cold.
Damn it!
I don't know. We're about to walk into the Thunderdome.
Multiple inbound contacts coming
Whoa.
from all around us. They're everywhere.
I read them, transporter. Indian, we are under attack.
It's
Outcast.
got a very loud alarm.
I can need assistance. Over. Commander Zane, this is Gamma 1 from San Diego.
I mean, if you hadn't spotted that we were under attack right now, then...
Engage the enemies. Acknowledged. Engaging.
Oop, that was the wrong one. I looked behind me for a second there. Also, I have to try and remember which button is my mines and which buttons are my countermeasures.
Well, yeah,
kind of
mines-
important. Ow. I hit something.
This is quite a busy fight.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of dudes. You know, I think these might be the one enemies who do in fact have the type of gun that is resisted by the phosphor shields.
Right.
Oh, convenient.
The Outcasts.
I'm just
Not
burning
good.
through all my shield batteries.
Yeah, you've lost them all. It was a shockwave explosion. Everyone loves a shockwave explosion. Or did you just casually gain one?
Yes. Naturally, when you're killing enemies, you just try and beam up the shield batteries.
Oh no, your shields are down. Run away. And a missile.
There it is. Ow, God damn it. I had shields for like a
Naturally,
second.
Is like your shield hitbox bigger? I mean, it makes sense.
Ow, fuck. Oh shit, that was the wrong one.
Yeah, terribly.
That would be cool if it was bigger, right? And when your shields were down, you were actually a slightly smaller target.
It sort of makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There's still treasure nearby. Treasure, treasure, treasure. Yeah. Gotta pay them bills.
God, I need to rebind the beam button or something. I was thinking I should just
Make it
put it on my like side mouse button.
Right.
Yeah, that sounds perfect, yeah.
Yeah.
Or mouse 3 or something at the very least.
All of the hostiles are destroyed. We've got to get out of here. Transport leader, proceed
Lost
to
him.
the next buoy on the other side of the
Dora
zone.
Gaza.
Gamma Wing, take flanking positions. We're not too far away
Buoy.
from Willard.
Well, I nearly died.
Yeah.
And thankfully, none of my guns fell off when I took hella hull damage.
Did they literally fall off and then they're lost, or
Yeah.
can you beam them back up?
Well, it's like if the individual guns get shot, because the modules on your ship can take damage individually, but also if you take enough hull damage, like your whole wing can come off, and then the gun that's on that wing just falls off as well.
Space Wing.
It's pretty cool.
They get anything interesting off those guys? Drop some more oxygen.
This is the last section of the Barrera passage. Willard
Get some
Station is very
dragoons.
close.
If you've got a turret equipped, does it just sort of auto-fire at stuff?
Yeah, if it has a field of view, because certain ships have turrets that only shoot backwards, so most of the time they don't do anything.
Here as soon as we could.
But then you can toggle it into turret view wherever that is. So which button is turret view? No, that's countermeasure. I know there's a button for it.
Yes! We made it!
Because there's back view, which you can see the turret on top of this ship turns round when I do that.
This is Delta
I see, yeah.
9. We're escorting
And the ones at the front go, what are we doing?
Willard Station.
Understood. We've been expecting you. Proceed to the station. Docking ports are currently offline. We'll have it fixed in a moment.
Thanks again. Trent, I have to land
Why are they
at the station
offline?
and contact a few people. It's pretty obvious now that there's a mole in the Navy. I'll see you soon.
Commander Zane.
Oh yeah, there's turret view. I found it.
Docking ports 2 and 3 are ready for you.
Pew, pew.
I recommend you land and get yourself some equipment. We'll meet back in space in a few
The
minutes.
mole in the Navy.
Acknowledged. Your request to dock is granted. Please proceed to docking 2.
I thought the docking was broken.
Yeah, it's like the docking is broken. To just make sure you stay outside while we finish talking to you.
I mean, it could have just not had someone on the docking control at that point in time. It's just been like, hang on.
It's a bit easier to dock in this game than in Elite Dangerous.
Just a little bit.
Well, eventually you get autopilots for that
Repair complete.
in Elite.
Right, can I fit these fancy dragoons?
And despite the similarities, it's like it's you always have autopilot in No Man's Sky for that sort of thing.
Extreme range, but uses hella power. It really does. It does quite a lot of damage.
It's a good point, actually. I haven't checked in No Man's Sky for a long time.
Other space games.
Other space games do exist.
Related space games. Space.
We have to show BBC Balance. I mean, we don't, but
No, we really don't.
Did you see the SpaceX SN15 test?
no.
I seem to be quite lucky with catching them live for some reason. I just happened to be on YouTube and the live stream is on there, so I actually watched this.
You're
one live
like,
too.
woo, potential explosions.
Exactly.
That's all you want.
Yeah, but this one actually worked. I don't know. Did you see that?
Boring.
I mean, there was a fire afterwards, but they put it out.
All right.
I thought it was like, oh, will it blow up? But no, I think they actually managed to avoid it. Because last time it landed hard, and 10 minutes later it exploded.
Did it just do they zoom in on Elon Musk's face when they have a successful landing, and it's just have him go,
Or it
nailed
exploded.
They do it so often; he's not even there.
No,
Okay,
they should
well,
probably
this
just have
station sold
have a
better
meme
shield,
clip.
at least.
I guess what I mean is they should probably just have a meme clip ready to go. So when it lands, it just cuts to him going, nailed it. Or,
They're really weird because it's a test program. They don't advertise the time of launch at all. So you have to. So they have a bunch of people, not SpaceX, who have got cameras trained on the launch pad who are trying to work out when it's going to launch. But they sort of decide, within 5 minutes, yeah, we're going to do it.
Something's terribly wrong.
And then you get commentary from SpaceX during the flight, but once it's over, they just immediately shut off the feed.
My contacts tell me that he's
it's like, all right, we're done. Bye.
And if it explodes, they shut it off. They don't talk about what happened.
I tried to find out more, but all my friends at LSF headquarters seem to have disappeared. The only person I was
Get
Well,
like
but-
king.
Doing a real good
Presumably
job
because
with
it's
this
not-
mole, apparently. where they're just arresting everyone.
Several ships on an intercept course. Wow. What are Rhineland vessels?
And that's one way of finding a mole. Just get hold of everyone.
Rhineland vessels. This is Commander Zane of the Liberty Security Force. Please identify yourselves. Over.
Oh.
Wait for it.
Rhineland vessels, please respond.
Wait for it.
Missiles.
Trent, stay alert. Something's wrong here. They're opening.
Immediate fight.
Stay alert, go!
God,
They
damn.
clearly don't have the same missile tech that everyone else does that can just instantly kill you.
No. It's the special NPC killing missiles.
Gunther Frogat.
Well, at least they're German names, I guess.
Have you ever tried some Frogat?
No.
Frogat's alright. I mean, it's not ice cream, but it's alright. Frozen yogurt,
Why would,
yeah.
why would you have that when you could have ice cream?
Because it's healthier than ice cream.
It's got to be like marginally healthier.
I mean, there's not as much sugar in it, that's the kind of the point. Oh, or fat.
Yeah,
What about sorbet?
these new guns definitely eat the shit out of my faster.
Oh yeah, jeez. I actually don't know what sorbet's made of, but it's more fruit. It's like, it's not got any like cream or milk component.
Yeah.
Liberty? Why did they attack us?
But not like a slushie.
Ow. Fucking Judy ran into me.
Alright, boss.
What is going on? Why are we fighting the Germans all of a sudden?
The artifacts? I just don't get it. Rhineland. Even if there's
Right,
a
and this
traitor
is
in the Liberty military,
America space.
what do Rhinelanders have to do with anything? We have to get to California Miner and talk to Walker.
I mean, that's a bit of a...
He's the captain of a Liberty Navy.
It's true that's a bit of a leap to be all like, it must be to do with that other mission we did.
Well, I mean, why else would they have come to this, like, ice field in the middle of nowhere?
Meet me in the bar in a few minutes.
Acknowledged. Stand by. Pattern is full. You will
I picked up something off that Rhineland cruiser. Oh, it's just a javelin. Disappointing. Of course, it wasn't going to give me a fancy German weapon at this point in the game.
Zeta 3-9. You are now cleared.
I hope they have great names.
Yeah, I don't actually remember that any of the German weapons. You only very briefly get to go into the German territory in the late game.
Blunder laser.
But you can explore it fully, right? But it's just
Well,
not part of the
sure,
story.
like post-game or whatever. Oh, I don't know why I
Oh,
read
well, it's
that.
not, it's
I don't
not actually
understand.
part of the story at all.
Well, you go there very briefly, but you're like on the run from basically everyone at that point. So you can't really, you can only land in very specific places and go where the story tells you to, essentially.
It's kind of just to say, by the way, this is here.
Hey, Trent. Over here.
This place is
Don't
starting
think you needed to call me for that one.
Meet Mark.
Yeah, he was just standing there. They were right there.
He's just agreed to help us.
Always happy.
But do you
to help
spend
out,
time in the other
Lisa.
places, Bretonia and...
I've known Junko for years.
You spend quite a long time in Bretonia and like a fair bit of time in the Japanese place.
So I've been.
I don't remember what that one's called. Like
Seems nowadays
Ku.
if it isn't
It starts
smuggling,
KU.
Order. Some other scum trying to take advantage of us. Piracy is running rampant. You know, Trent, the Liberty military is always looking for good pilots to join them full time.
Never.
It's a worthy cause.
Thanks, but no thanks. Causes come and go. I think I'd rather just keep freelancing if it's all the same to you.
Suit yourself. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to make preparations. Nice meeting you, Trent. I'll see you at the rendezvous.
See you in space, Trent.
Yeah, Freelancer for life.
Just so
See you in
the
space.
docking computers could always say Freelancer, Alpha,
Yeah.
whatever. Except not any longer because I changed.
1-1.
Okay, back to space. Onwards. Now we have a military captain on our side, flying one of the Navy battleships, I guess.
Where's King?
He's around. Apparently, he's the only person who hasn't been arrested, according to Judy.
Okay.
Suspicious.
Walker and his
Yeah,
cruisers
a little
are
bit.
nearby on the far side of the planet. Let's go.
Fly to
There's the
Walker.
square. There's the square of void.
No, it's right behind the planet. Well, I guess I'll manually fly around it a bit. I'm sure if I just autopilot directly at it, it will manage it, but I'd rather... See, I'll just casually do it properly.
Junko, this is King.
King? What's going on?
Hey,
You
King.
called me from Willard. I started to ask around a bit. I confirmed that your CO is in prison. There's been a major shakeup in the higher ranks of the LSF.
That's only the tip of the iceberg. We were just attacked by Rhineland's...
No, free cruisers.
What? Rhinelanders?
King, we're almost at our rendezvous point. I'll contact you once we're on Willard Station.
Okay, I'll try to find out what's going on. Talk to you soon.
Oh yeah, these aren't the battleships. These are the actual cruisers that have this weird, like, railgun thing at the front.
Oh, cool.
My group has been ordered back to space dock for an
The
inspection.
Massive guns.
What's it called in like the trope is named for like space battleship Yamato, isn't it?
Yeah, the Yamato cannon or whatever.
Yamato cannon. The wave cannon or something, is it?
This is Research Station Willard. We're under attack and are taking...
Oh, of course you are, Willard.
We won't hold out much longer. Repeat, this is Station Willard. We're under attack. Forget about space dock. All ships go to battle stations. Set course for Station Willard.
We were literally just there.
Yeah, we were just there.
Captain Walker speaking. We're en route to your location and we'll be in range within a few minutes. What is your status?
Are these actually coming with me? Not yet.
He said they were.
The Harmony and the station is on fire. Automatic defenses are failing and our fires are being shot down like flies.
Maybe they have some kind of hyperdrive.
Understood, Willard. Try to hold them back until we get there.
Oh, they might be moving now, actually. Maybe I shouldn't be
Something
way ahead of them.
I mean, you could. Yeah, I mean, theoretically, that just means you're going to get all the aggro, right? Can you shoot these asteroids?
Well, no. Any of the big ones. Oh, they're gunboats.
Willard, this is Attack Group South. We're entering the
Military gunboats.
Right, the military.
Oh.
Two more torpedoes have hit the
Oh, they're big.
plasma leaks in multiple sections. Hurry! Switch to webs.
Good God. What a sight.
What a sight. Ow.
Yes.
Good God.
Acknowledged. Trent, watch yourself. This is gonna get rough.
I mean, she changed her mood pretty quickly then.
It's the biggest space battle we've got so far with
I
battleships.
don't know. I think the last sort of one might be bigger. No, just in terms of busyness. Well, I don't know. There's quite a lot going on.
Yeah, I'm quite at the edge of it at the moment.
Yeah. Patrick Ratzenberger.
Oh, they're firing their wave cannons.
Oh, yeah, so they are. Oh, look at those gunboats running into each other. Oh shit, I shouldn't fly right into the middle of this, really.
These gunboats are too fast for our turrets. Fighters, concentrate your fire on them.
Nothing quite compares with the sound of the beam weapons from Free Space, though. Free Space 2.
Oh, I can't remember those.
You just heard them charging up and then they just like cut through things. Awesome.
Acknowledged. Trent, get on it.
You mean like the bad guy things? Whatever they are, the weird alien dudes.
Oh yeah, well they had that giant ship which had like was like a big open maw, like
It just sort of ate them, yeah.
yeah, which just ate things, yeah. Which I think was ripped off clearly by the start of that Star Trek movie, the 2009 one.
Free Space was one of those games where I always got to, where I think I got to the same point every time I tried to play it, and then
Yeah.
there was just one mission that was just really, really hard.
It was hard and the story was long.
Yeah. Like, I think I'd only really got to, like, the point where you saw the giant maw thing, and then, like, a few missions after that, there was some escort mission, of course.
I mean, there was
It
a bit.
just impossible.
There was a bit where you were stationed on like an Allies race ship, right? And the whole menus changed because the menus were all based
Oh,
on
yeah.
the ship you were in, and the menus all changed. That was cool.
It's like StarCraft.
I guess, yeah.
I'm beaming up all kinds of shit. Probably still no German weapons, but you know. I might get a torpedo launcher maybe from these torpedo bombers. That would be nice. So I don't have one of them yet.
We did it. All the gunboats are out of it. Junko, I'll have to stay here and deploy repair teams.
They're out of it, are
The
they?
station, and we can discuss what's going on with the LSF and the Navy.
Okay. Trent, this'll take some time, and you've gone beyond the call of duty already. I'm transferring your payment now. I recommend that you take on a few
let's
jobs
go to
in
the bar.
meantime. I know that I'll contact you
We
again.
deserve a drink after that.
Right now, I need to find out what's going on.
I've advanced to level 6.
Your request to dock is granted. Please proceed to dock 1.
Proceed to the dock that's not on fire?
No, they're all on fire.
Okay. That's reassuring. Wait, what? Did you hear that on the chatter?
There were some pirates coming in, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, well, nothing there. Looks like all I got was some loot rather than guns.
Repair complete.
What crap did I pick up? Bunch of oxygen. Ooh, food rations. Ooh, some H fuel. Nice. Now get rid of all. You've advanced level 7 from just selling that junk.
Nice.
So is it particularly lucrative doing like cargo runs or holding on to your cargo?
Well, it can. Some of the times it can be like. I mean, H fuel is one of the ones that is like quite expensive if you're in the right place. If we actually look at this, because I also, while in between episodes, I flew around to all the Liberty stations. So, like, if you were at Colorado, you can buy it at $269 and then sell it here at like $444. But there are a couple of things that are slightly better than that.
You found some genuine trading in this game. I think you did a little bit of it. Maybe in the end game. I can't remember when you were doing it.
Well, I mean, it also depends if you're, I'm not flying a freighter, so I don't really have much space in this ship. If you buy the freighter, you definitely can make quite a lot of money.
Do the markets fluctuate?
No, it's all fixed. But the main trouble is that you don't know the price until you've docked at the station, so you have to just go around and dock at all the stations to discover the different prices, and then have a look at the list afterwards.
Why is he showing us the tour of our own ship there? He was sort of going, and look behind you, you'll see your own heavy fighter.
What's the time?
What is the time? Do we have enough time for another story mission? Probably not.
Probably not, no. We're down to 14 minutes remaining on our normal timescale. Hitman!
There's so much room in this bar.
In this, random military outpost in the middle of an ice asteroid field that's not even connected by trade lanes or anything.
Once
But
again,
every station has to have a giant bar.
Yeah, I think we've proven that alcohol is the most important commodity in this. Or it's a human right now. I'm not sure.
The trouble is, now that I've leveled up, potentially if I undock it might just push us in the next story mission.
And look at all these people drinking on their own.
I know, there's not very sociable out here in outer space.
No.
What does the news have to say about the situation? Rhineland ships in Liberty?
The news that's this is the Colony News Service.
How do they know that? This is a very quick news cycle. We've literally only just been attacked by the Rhineland. It's already on the general news.
It's the moly moles. The moles. The moles.
And then all these are more old news stories.
You get a random ticker of all the prices.
Yes, unhelpfully. And also, for some reason, this is the one bit of text that doesn't scale correctly, even though I resized the actual text.
Right.
What was I going to look at? Oh yeah, so I was going to look at something that I found quite funny about the neural net log is if you look quite it's in the pre-game section when he first comes to Manhattan, and he's like, they say that over 220 million people live here. Unbelievable! The entire planet is covered by one giant city, and it's that's that's not very many people for an entire planet.
No.
Well, it also lends credence to the theory that these planets are pretty tiny.
Yeah, it's
Right, yeah.
They've scaled the number of people correctly to the size of these minuscule planets for some reason.
Mini planets.
Although also, like, originally I was like, 220 million shouldn't be that amazing, but I guess they have only like lived in this star system for like 800 years. So I guess they're not doing that badly.
I mean, yeah, there's quite a lot of people. Someone had a lot of kids.
Well, I guess we should stop this episode early then, because we don't want to commit to another hella long story mission.
Well, unless you wanted to see what the local missions are like, what the local grind is.
Well, let me save, because potentially I might undock and then it will immediately, shove me into the story mission.
We might have a thing, yeah.
Freelancer 63
Good grind.
9. This is
Good
Willard
grind.
Research Station. You are cleared for launch. Good luck out there.
Trent, this is Junie. Something's going on.
Ah,
Meet
missions.
me on Manhattan.
No, well, meet me on Manhattan. I guess I can at least fly to Manhattan.
No, yeah. We can get trade lane disrupted for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Head on home.
They fixed this place up pretty good. It took like 5
It's not
minutes.
on fire anymore. Yeah. Everyone had a drink. The fires went out on
The
their own.
cruisers are all gone as well. Back to regular business.
Space business.
Yep. Space ice business.
That's what they do in the space icicle.
Do you reckon a giant icicle is actually a decent foundation for a base?
I mean, it's not like it's going to melt. Well, unless, apart from the heat that you put into it, I mean, in general. In fact, probably not, though, because, like, the amount of heat you put into it compared to,
I mean, you wouldn't melt the whole icicle, maybe, but surely the bits you, like, attach to, like, unless you insulate them really well or do something, it's like, surely the bits you're hooking onto to build
I guess
your
the real
structure
question is, like...
could, like, melt.
I guess the real question is, like, how well does, like, ice radiate heat into space? Because it presumably must do. Otherwise, you'd be able to just have, like, a giant blob of water floating in space.
Yeah, but it's not like a black body, is it? I mean,
No.
they do have to have, like, radiator fins and stuff to cool things, don't they, in spacecraft?
How does that even work? Like, because surely radiating into a vacuum.
Now we're going to talk
is
about
kind of...
physics.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't really fully understand how that works.
Presumably you
Just, like,
can radiate, can't you? Infrared. Like,
yeah, you can radiate
photons.
actual radiation.
Yeah, just
Like-
not convection. Or conduction.
Or you can evaporate part of yourself and just have the hot atoms escape.
I see, but then you're actually losing something.
Yeah.
You're losing
Which is-
something.
Well, there were some guys at Mojave again, as there always is.
You mean Mojave?
Yep, Mojave.
I feel like opening an establishment now called like the Mojave Bar, and just like so everyone walks in and goes like, "Yeah, I'm off to Mojave." I can't even say it, Mojave, and then and then people are like, "No, it's Mojave, mate."
Yeah, then you have to correct them. Be like, it
Hi,
looks
everyone,
like this
welcome.
other word, but it's not. Because I say
Welcome
so.
to Mojave.
And you're going to sell some Mojave dessert.
Absolutely, I am. Who's going to miss that opportunity?
Could you think a whole like bar or restaurant around mispronouncing things on purpose?
Probably.
I mean, that does sound like a decent theme.
Except then it's like
the thing
it's
is,
not
it's
really
a surprise
theme.
theme. Yeah, it'll be like I mean, I quite like it, yeah, because it's a surprise theme. Like, because you'll look at if you look at it online, it would look like, okay, I'm not quite sure I understand what's going on here. Why have they picked all these weird words to use? And then you get there, and then the staff are saying them funny, and you're like, Okay. I get it.
You gradually cotton on.
Jalapenos.
The jalapenos.
Do you want some chipotle?
You can't just do all the Spanish ones, though. You've got to come up with one.
Yeah, maybe that's a bit racist. What would you call the bar? Phonetics?
I mean, the name itself has to be a pun of some kind.
Stop.
Also, here's another thing that I had never noticed before, and I'm not strictly sure whether this is like one of the like mod HD textures or whatever, but Planet Manhattan is totally just Earth, but like tilted over.
Right. And tiny.
It's like a continent pattern.
Yeah, it's literally just an image of Earth, an Earth texture.
It's quite lazy.
But because it's like tilted over, it doesn't make any sense. Because it's like the North and South Pole are pointing sideways towards where the sun is. It's like that's not how heat works. You should be able to see it easier over here when I start coming in, and you can see the top of Africa up there. I think it's also mirrored. I think, yeah. Let's get the camera on it properly when I come into this trade lane.
Where am I gonna open my franchises with the phonetics bar? Maybe in Holborn or in Southwark?
Where there's a many English town names that have completely ridiculous spellings. Worcester, probably.
Worcester.
Look at that. You can just see, look, there's Italy, completely mirrored in England.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's bad. That's real bad.
And so much for being one giant city.
The mirror. Yeah. Lies. Maybe that's part of the conspiracy.
I mean, they have actually tried to hide it slightly by like, it's not a straight mirror, is it? Because I don't know. I guess it is. I was trying to work out because I thought they'd shifted England slightly, but it's because of it being tilted over. It looks like it's turned more.
No, that's pretty fine, isn't it?
I can't actually. It's like I want to roll to align it, but you can't roll.
It is squashed a bit. I'm pretty sure that East Anglia sticks out a bit more than that.
Yeah, it's like you can't really. It's because of the like.
Oh yeah.
It's because it's got the real colours or not real colours where they've got where the water looks more green, so it looks like it's grass in the estuaries.
I mean, maybe, yeah, but then again, it doesn't make like not Cornwall. What's the other side of Cornwall? Kent, Devon. No, Devon's down the other way. I don't know. It doesn't look pointy enough.
Scan your cargo. You will comply.
Yeah, Kent.
Dover.
Right, well, I guess I shouldn't actually dock with the planet because that will actually trigger another sequence.
Right. Yeah. Well, it was worth it to check out the like weird tilted Earth.
Weird Earth. Yeah. Interspace base.
The interspace base. What is interspace?
Interspace base.
Let me see what. Oh, interspace commerce. There you go.
Oh, I see.
Star beams and stun pulses.
IC was initially responsible for the financing the construction of the trade lanes, which explains why the commerce.
I guess. Also, why they're called interspace, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll deal with this and then outro this video.
Alright then. Let's dramatic laser some credits on screen. Pew 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 pew, credits! And there we go. I think you'll find that every one of these locations is squeaky clean. There's not one conspiracy to be found.
Not at all.
Unless you're looking inside the videos, in which case there's many conspiracies in all of our current videos.
It does seem to be like, 2021, the year of the conspiracy video.
Indeed.
I mean, Happy Salad on it itself is pretty clean, but, you know, YouTube, Twitter,
Yes, definitely. That noise specifically.
Facebook.
We'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
A wretched hive. I feel like at least on Facebook most of the time, hopefully the people you've got on your list, you've selectively whittled down to not be the scum of the earth.
I don't think anyone whittles actively anymore. They're just people they added 15 years ago.
That's probably true. I don't know if I've ever whittled.
Yeah, and also it's mean to whittle. People are like, why did you delete
Only if
me?
people notice.
Yeah, if it's been 15 years, you might as well whittle.
Yeah, I guess.
And that's also the apt description for the amount of time left on this video. It is whittling.
It's getting whittled down towards zero.
It's getting whittled by the ravages of time. So, bye, I guess?
Yep.
Bye.
Thanks!
Menu. Unmenu. Menu. Unmenu.
Menu. Unmenu. Menu.
Menu.
Unmenu.
Unmenu.